Well, we finally know what Silver Dollar City is doing with Fire in the Hole. They're replacing it with Fire in the Hole in this massive show building, a $30 million investment into the largest family indoor coaster in the Midwest. You can see some of the concept art, which really recalls the classic 1972 coaster, Fire in the Hole, which is enjoying its final season this year. Silver Dollar City has decided that they are going to replace it with a reimagined or new technologically advanced version inspired by the original Fire in the Hole, which Silver Dollar City also is working with RMC, Rocky Mountain Construction, which really makes me excited because Rocky Mountain Construction, they have done so many cool coasters like Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City, Iron Gwazi, Steel Vengeance, so many other great coasters. And they are closely involved with Silver Dollar City on the track and everything involved with this huge coaster in a 5-story building that's going to be very similar in a lot of ways to Fire in the Hole. They're going to have a splashdown at the end, 3 small drops, 26 mile an hour. And you can see with these drone shots just how big that building is and how well it's ultimately going to fit in Silver Dollar City. With the concept art, I mean, I love how the people are so happy that they're going through this massive fire, but I wouldn't read too much into it. But the general idea is they're going to really focus on the firefighting side of Fire in the Hole. You can see like collapsing bridge there, which is going to be a new part of it. And I cannot wait because I'm not sure I've been more excited for a themed coaster in a long time. Even some of the things that Disney and Universal have done. Yes, there's Cosmic Rewind, but on this level with a regional park, it's really something. And the fact that they are keeping, people love Fire in the Hole. Yes, it was an old building and sometimes it didn't run so well, but it was so much fun and had a charm to it. And just now, if you look at the area that they are putting this in with Firefall on the right and some of the other attractions from Fireman's Landing, the idea of making this a part of a new land that incorporates what's already in Fireman's Landing into a new space is so smart because it creates an area that's already very cool and takes it to the next level, which is what I like to see my parks doing. I don't want them to just drop a box in there that doesn't make any sense. They're looking to incorporate the theming. Like you can see, when this show building is completed, it's going to be completed in spring of 2024. Very soon, it's going to fit really well in the area. And that's where Silver Dollar City has really been thriving. Lately, I love seeing this mural that reminds us again of this area and Fire in the Hole, which originally was kind of in its own little zone. It was almost like its own little land right there, where now it's going to be part of a larger story and a larger land, which I think is so smart and is going to fit very well with what Silver Dollar City is doing. You can see the ride vehicle there with the lap bars, which seems to be, it's very well themed. And I always liked the old ride vehicles. They were a little rough, but they had that vintage style to it. And this seems like it's going to be technologically advanced, but still have that old school style to it that we love about Fire in the Hole. And it reminds you a little bit of the ride vehicles of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride or a Disney Old Dark Ride, though I know this is going to be a coaster, but with the wheels and the way it's presented that way. The land is going to be called the Fire District. Here, the logo in front of it, and that's going to be replacing Fireman's Landing, but also incorporating Fire in the Hole. And there's also going to be a new shop related to Flanders, who, of course, famously lost his pants in the original Fire in the Hole and is going to have now a shop. So they're doing an interesting thing with their own lore, finding ways to, rather than having some other IP, Silver Dollar City is using their own history to do that. And you can see the drone footage here again with the theming already going into place on the side of the building there with the Fireman's Landing area. And now let's look at the features themselves. I'm not going to read all of them to you, but some of the highlights. $30 million investment, 3 drops, the water splashdown, which was not working so well the last time I rode it. 14 show scenes, almost a 3-minute ride time, 26 miles an hour, so most people can do it. And also a temperature-controlled building so that people can ride regardless of the weather, which I think is a big deal too, because, you don't want to have a situation where because a ride or a building is really old that you can't enjoy it the way that you would like to. They're also going to have updated special effects, which that's the thing. I want them to have a similar feeling with Fire in the Hole, but I think it'll be really cool to use modern technology and effects that they can use the latest tricks to provide a similar tone, but with a coaster that modern riders are going to enjoy, not just from a nostalgic perspective of, oh, this is kind of interesting, but as a new coaster that will be a highlight at Solar City and it can be enjoyed. Like they didn't try and make it more thrilling, which I also really appreciate because that's something Silver Dollar City does really well with the various levels of its coasters, Fire in the Hole, and you have the Grand Exposition coaster, but then you have Thunderation, Powder Keg. You go up to the top ones like Time Traveler and Outlaw Run, where you have different layers of the different types of coasters you're offering. So overall, I am super excited about what Silver Dollar City is doing with Fire in the Hole. I think this is so smart and it's going to make me. I was just there in March, and while I enjoy going every year, I'm not sure I would have considered going for sure next year. But now that this is there, I really want to go back and experience this. I suspect it's going to be very popular. And I just love that they are honoring their past, that they have done such a good job with Time Traveler and Mystic River Falls recently with the theming. And now I have no doubt this is going to be a home run that both coaster fanatics and theme park fanatics and just fans of Silver Dollar City and amusement parks are going to love. Cannot wait to see it. This is definitely the thing to ride so far for 2024. And I think it's going to be a great addition. And who knows what comes next? Silver Dollar City has a lot of things on the agenda. And I think this is just the start of a lot more greatness for the park.